Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Yes, You Are Brave. I'm Pawnee, your host. Let's get in. Let's talk brave. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different and not really what I had planned for this week. I had planned to drop a really awesome episode with my friend Taryn, and that's going to have to wait till next week because this week I wanted to talk about something that honestly is a little bit odd for me, but I wanted to talk about the Lunar New Year and what we can do with that. And I wanted to talk about letting go as well. So I don't know if you are into those type of things or not. To be perfectly honest, I've never really been somebody who put a whole lot of stock in what was going on in the heavens. And I've never really been a zodiac or astrology. All of that stuff has never really been, it's not really been something that I've ever been into. But the wonderful ladies in my writing group are all kind of into that right now. And so we've been talking a lot about it in our group every week so tomorrow, the 17th, is the Lunar New Year. And it is supposed to be a switch from the year of the snake to the year of the fire horse. And so there's been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff going around talking about this and all this stuff. And I've honestly never really put a lot of stock in it, but this year it feels, I don't know if it's just because I've been talking about it a lot. It's been in conversation a lot. We've been talking a lot about it. And so what I wanted to talk about today is not so much the fire horse, because honestly, I don't really know a whole lot about either one of them, but I wanted to talk about being brave enough to let go and leave things behind. And I know we talked a little bit about that around New Year's, but I also feel like sometimes New Year's comes so closely on the heels of the holidays and we're just not quite ready to make shifts there. And I feel like whatever goals a lot of times we've made for ourselves have gone by the wayside by now. And we just weren't quite ready to start something new on January 1st. And so I wanted to talk about being brave enough to let some things go and to so that we can move forward, because I don't feel like we necessarily need a special date to move forward to do things differently, but sometimes it helps. So I want to talk a little bit about being brave enough to let the things go so that we can be who we want to be this new year, so that we can be doing different things, new things, that is going to get us where we want to go. I've been thinking a lot about this because, again, like I said, I never really put a lot of stock in this stuff, but then they're talking about, it's the year of the snake, and it's the year of shedding, it's a year of getting rid of things, letting go. And I feel like last year was very much that for me. I was trying to figure out how to let things go. I was trying to be more of the person that I wanted to be, but then I realized that one of the reasons I couldn't be the person that I wanted to be was because I was carrying too much crap from the person that I didn't want to be. And I know that sounds weird, but I think sometimes we don't take the time to empty out our backpack before we start on a new trip, right? First thing I don't usually do it, but a good thing to do when you get home from a trip is you unpack the bag. And definitely you want to unpack the bag before you go on a new trip, because a lot of times you don't need the same things. Right? So last year, for me, the focus, a lot of it was letting go, learning to let go of things so that I could be somebody else. Makes me think of this quote that I saw somewhere, and it said, your new life is going to cost you your old one. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. Your new self is going to cost you your old self. You can't be something new. You can't do all of these wonderful, amazing new things if you're not willing to make space for them. So my question for you today, and it's just going to be a short little thing today, is what are you willing to let go of so that you can move forward in a way that feels good and aligns with where you want to go this next year? Because from what I've heard and what I've been told and read, the very small things about this next year is it's supposed to be a hit the ground running and just a go, go, go type of a year. So in this last day of shedding, this last day of getting rid of this old self, what is it that you want to let go of? And what is it that you feel like is holding you back? Because the idea that I keep thinking of is like somebody wants to hand you this really cool thing, but your hands are already full, right? And so we can't take the really new cool thing and do what we want with it because our hands are already full of all this old stuff. So what can we put down? What can we let go of so that this next season of our life, whatever it is, can be better, so that we can handle it more effectively? And I think that there are some things that are going to be, obviously everything, a lot of it's going to be very personal, and it's very much your struggles and your difficulties. And I'm not going to pretend to understand all your difficulties, but I know that we all have them, and we all have something that we just need to learn how to put it down so that we can do other things. It's been very interesting as we've kind of, this shifting is happening, and there's been a lot of things in my life that I'm like, okay, I'm done carrying this thing. I'm done carrying it. I'm done having to rehash these feelings. I'm done feeling like I have to keep going back to this thing. I'm just done with it. I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to put it down and free up some space and free up some time and some energy in my life and on my mental and emotional plate so that I can do more, and I can do more of the things that I want to do and more of the things that I feel called to do. And I know that this is difficult. I've realized lately that I tend to pick up things that are not mine, and I tend to feel like I have to fix everything and I have to save everyone. And I know that that's not really my thing, my job. It's not my job to fix everything. It's not my job to save everyone. But it is something that I feel like I've just always kind of felt responsible for doing that. And this time, lately, I've been more of okay, like I can't do that. I can't pick things up. I can't, I can't spend all the time worrying and fretting about all of these things that I cannot change. And it's been really interesting to see that happen and to see the shift as I've worked really hard. And I'm not saying that I've completely succeeded in putting things down. Honestly, it's been like the last 6 or 8 months that I've really been trying to put things down and let things go and not carry things that aren't mine. As I've really worked to do that, and new things have come up, because new things always come up, right? There's never a time when we're going to just be like, oh, I've put down all of the things, all the heavy things, and now there's no more heavy things. There's always going to be a new heavy thing that we're going to be tempted to pick up. And that has happened the last couple of weeks for me. There have been a couple of heavy things that before I would have picked up, and I would have worried, and I would have fretted, and I would have gone through a lot of, I think, unnecessary pain and stress and worry, because I would have picked those up and I would have made them mine, and I would not have been able to do anything about them. That's the first thing. I would not have been able to do anything about them. I have a dear family member who has just gotten some really not great news health-wise, and it's very tempting to be crushed by this. It's very tempting to pick this up and try to carry it and feel like I have to do something about it. But the simple fact of the matter is I can't. I cannot do anything about this. I cannot fix it. I cannot make it better. I can love and I can support them and I can pray for them. But also, we're not in the same place. So I have to just have faith that that's going to take care of itself. And again, yes, I'm loving and supporting and praying for that person from where I'm at, but I cannot fix it. And so letting go of that part of me that feels like I have to pick everything up and I have to fix everything and I have to worry about everything for everybody. I feel like that person is not here anymore. And that has been very interesting and very I want to say it is cool, but it's also very strange. This like, okay, I'm not happy about it. I'm sad for them. There's all these things, but I'm just not in a place to pick it up anymore. That part of me, I'm trying to leave that person behind that just picked up everybody's worries and struggles and stresses and felt like they had to fix them and fix the stresses. Or seeing if we can't leave her behind a little bit so that I can do more things, make more of an impact. And I know it sounds a little bit heartless, and you can feel a little bit heartless when you're like, oh, I have to let go of this part of me that feels like I have to fix everything. If I could fix everything, if I was the person that could fix it, then I would be happy to carry it. I would be happy to pick it up and fix it. But honestly, I can't. There's nothing I can do for this person besides love and support and pray for them from where I'm at. So picking up the struggles and the troubles, it does nobody any good. It just keeps me from doing other things that would be more helpful for other people. So that's one example. And I know that there's a lot, and you probably think of a lot of things, but also it doesn't have to be a new year. It doesn't have to be anything special. If you decide you're done carrying something, please put it down. The world is heavy right now. There's a lot going on. There are a million different bad things to focus on. There are so many things that are going wrong that we don't need to carry things that are not ours. And I'm not saying stick your head in the sand and don't know what's going on or don't be involved in things that you feel passionate about. But I am saying that maybe we need to let go of that part of ourselves that feels like they need to pick up everything and worry about it and all the things. Remember that you matter and your dreams matter and what you want to do with your life matters and what you feel called to do with your life. That matters. And if we don't let go of some things, if we don't leave some things in the past, if we don't put some things down, we're not going to have the capacity to be able to do those things that we feel called to do those things that we were given gifts to do. We're not going to be able to be who we really need to be and who the world needs us to be if we don't put some of those things down. So I would encourage you today and this week and whenever you hear this to think about, what is it that I need to let go of? And I realize it's a process and it's not always easy. But when you get to a point when you can say, okay, I feel this thing, I'm going to feel it, and I'm going to maybe rage against it, and I'm going to be mad, or I'm going to be upset, I'm going to cry, whatever I need to do, and then let it go. There's too much to carry, too much to do for you to try to carry everything. You can't carry it all. You've got to let some of it go. And you, as amazing as you are, you just can't carry it all. You're not built to carry everything. I know in this day and age where we're always online and we can know everything that's going on everywhere, I don't think our brains were actually designed to be able to handle that. So if you need to unplug, if you need to clear out your feed or just get rid of social media altogether, let that go. Let the stress of it go. Do what you can and then don't worry about the rest. I know that this has been a little bit all over the place, but I want you to know that you can do hard things. And sometimes those hard things are letting go of things. It's hard to let go. It's hard to put it down. It's hard to feel like we still care or we're still enough if we're not doing absolutely everything to fix this one problem. Sometimes we just have to put it down and walk away, and a resolution will find us or find it later, and we just need to stop worrying about it. Love people, support people, pray for people. But if you can't actually fix their problems, don't pick them up. Remember that you matter too. And it's okay to let things go. You're not letting people go, you're letting things go. You're letting past things go. And it doesn't even mean that you have to let people back into your life, but let the things go. Let whatever happened go. Let whatever was said go. You don't need to carry it anymore. Let's let it all go. Let's leave all the crap right here and now. Let's drop it and let's move forward in a way that feels good and that is awesome and wonderful, and then we can just hit the ground running, and we don't have to, and we'll be able to run so much faster once we drop all of the crap. I promise. Anyway, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you have a wonderful, happy new year, Lunar New Year, or the Chinese New Year, whatever it is. And I hope that you are brave enough to let some things go so that this new section of time, whatever you want to call it, is wonderful and amazing, and you can do all the great things that you were put here to do. I love you. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're awesome. And yes, my dear, you are so brave. Have a great day.